reason, that's what I'm reading when I see it. I think that's what it means.
I said it would be like a term of endearment of some type.
I think it's, we'll look it up. I have a dictionary on my phone, okay? Okay, what is it, Nikosa, she asks. I took a deep breath and forged ahead. You know that I've been taking Jen to her art classes at the community center, right? My mother nodded. Well, the first time I took her, I was walking around the center waiting for her to finish. I glanced up at my father, who had stopped eating and was watching me curiously. I swallowed, but he was looking at me so kindly, they both were, that I felt my nervousness melting away. I was bored, so I went exploring, and I heard the sound of drum beats. I smiled, remembering how my heart had sped up when I saw Taylor and the girls. I walked in and saw a bunch of girls dancing with shawls, and I wanted to try it too. Not with a shawl, I quickly added, looking at my parents, but that drum. I trailed off at a loss as to how to explain the way it made me feel. It spoke to you, my mother finished, her face beaming. It did, I know, it sounds ridiculous. No, it doesn't, my mother interjected, reaching across the table and taking my hand. The drum is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. It's the heartbeat of our people. I nodded. I've been dancing with them for a couple of weeks. I haven't told anyone yet. I wanted to try it out first, and I figured you wouldn't mind. I paid for the classes myself with the money I make cutting lawns, but I don't want my friends to know. I don't think they'd understand, and I want to go to the Native Cultural Center in the city to dance with other guys my age, if it's okay with you. When is it, my mother asked. It's on Saturday afternoons, and it won't cost anything but gas money. I have some saved. I can pay for that. I'd like to go if it's okay. I looked from one of my parents to the other. My father cleared his throat. You can take my car. He stood, picked up his plate, and walked toward the kitchen door, no doubt intending to finish his pie in front of the TV. He turned and looked fondly at my mother and then at me. Don't worry about what anyone thinks, John. If you want to dance, then do it. He glanced at my mother again and nodded at her. Remember who you are, son. As he walked into the kitchen, I looked at my mother. I was their son, both of theirs, and I wanted to dance. So what does his dad mean? First of all, are you surprised that his dad was so cool?
Yeah. Yeah. He was going to be like all angry.
You thought he was going to be angry? That's what John thought, right?
Yeah.
You guys thought that he'd be cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if I could see what he looks like, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, I picture him as, I don't know if I ever describe him, but I picture him as a big dude, right? Like really tall, like 6'5", broad, like beard, red hair, right? Like our buddy here. So this is what I'm picturing, like this big hulking dude who's all this masculine stereotype, but he's cool. What do you think he means when he says, remember who you are? Yeah.
Like, don't leave your roots. Like.
And that's why I think he looks at the mom. He's like, you're not just part of me. This is your background too. So he's trying to say, just because you look a certain way, you've got to remember that this is your mom and her roots are your roots too, right? So he's telling him, remember, if your mom is saying that the drums are, you know, they call the earth Mother Earth, and they believe that the drum is the heartbeat. It's this life force of the earth, right? So it's this connection to the earth. And when you're dancing and you put your feet down on the ground, you're connecting even more. So powwow dance, it's traditional, but it means something as well. You know, there's a lot of meaning in all of this. So that's really what he's saying. Like, you come from two places, and it's okay to embrace both of them. So I think